morning. I'm Mrs. Miller. Welcome to my ranch. Today is laundry day. It is a Monday, which is typically when we do the laundry, but really laundry starts on Monday and it goes all the way through to next Saturday. It doesn't seem to be a day that I'm not doing something related to laundry. Come on and let's get started. So on Saturday, the first thing we have to do is get all the really soily, dirty clothes, the dirtiest of the dirtiest. And whose do you suppose those belong to? Clay! His pants. They just get dirty and they're so gross that we just soak these from Saturday all the way till Monday when we'll actually put them through the washing cycle with the wringer. We're going to heat up the stove that's been already going since breakfast. We had eggs, by the way, from the chickens. They were quite tasty. And we got to keep a really hot fire during laundry day because over the fire we use this copper copper wash basin. This is a wash basin. You can get them out of Sears and Roebuck. And this is where we're going to wash all the whites, such as tablecloths, napkins, and I need boiling water to get those started. All right, so the first thing, remember I said that we do laundry all week? And that is because washing is hard on your clothes. And as you start doing your laundry and the clothes come in dirty, you have to look at them and make sure that there's no holes, no grease spots or anything like that. You have to take and undo all the men's collars if they wore their nice white shirts. I would be taking off this collar. Cuffs, we have separated cuffs too. And all those whites get washed separately. And we're going to separate all the lightweight whites this way. Many people ask me if we wash our corset. We don't. I'll hand do those, but I'd have to completely take it apart. And wool is another fabric we wash. We would just do cold water and only when it's really, really dirty. And that's a lot of work to wash wool. So there's many different products we can use. It's really based on your preference. There's choices in 1904. But in general, we use a lot of, it's called sol soda, which is washing soda. It's not exactly like baking soda, but it's washing soda. And then also we have borax. And then this is a new product on the market for about 10 years, and it's called Fels Naphtha, and it's great for stains. And then I have one of these, which will go in the bucket over there, and the soap is held inside if I need more soap. And then when we come to rinse time, all the whites will get bluing. Bluing creates the illusion that it's white. And then when it's time to iron the linens and other shirts, I have starch to whip up. Many of you have, I'm sure, a washboard, and the idea of the washboard is these rough edges, they actually help get the dirt and the stains out more. And you just keep doing this and doing this. I have a secret for you though. If your children aren't home or they're grown, oftentimes a young neighboring girl will come and do the laundry for you for very little money, a nickel to 25 cents, because you really need a helper, especially for a big family. And it's also a good way in a big city for young girls to make money. They can work like in a hotel and actually be laundresses. So this handy device is called an agitator. Sometimes it soothes your agitation. But Mr. Miller's pants are so dirty, that you can take this and see it creates like suction. And so that's going to even get more dirt out. Okay, so as we discussed, now I know these look white, but these aren't quite like white linens. Linen is a thicker fabric. It's made out of flax. These are cotton. So I don't really want to boil these unless it's necessary. So we're just going to wash them. And by the way, this, everybody surely knows what this is. These are your bloomers, or quite simply put, your underwear. And then this is a petticoat that would go over your underwear. And then this is what you'd put on at the very first. It's called a chemise. And it's the first thing you'd put on, and all those things would go over it. But this one is quite dirty, so we are going to wash this up. This will get scrubbed. And now I have added a little bit more borax to the water because I want it to really get nice and white. I'm really thankful I don't have to make all my soap anymore. I can, but it's a lot of work. And then we've got to get all the water out. Many of you probably are wondering, when does this come into play? This is the wringer. And so once we get over here and we rinse them all out, and then I get the rest of it out, you put it through the wringer.
Okay.
All right, so we're wringing this nice little chemise out, and all the water is coming out. You can actually see it. It's just dripping out on this side. I'll let you look, because those bars are squeezing it to death. And then you can wring it again if you think you need to, especially if you put it in the wash water again. But once you've done that, then it's time to come over and hang it on the clothesline. Now, one of Mrs. Miller's definite challenges is she's thankful to live out in the middle of nature, because it would be inappropriate for me to hang all these undergarments out where anybody could see them. Normally the lines would be separated out so that I could put these on the middle, and then in the middle of it, and then all the darker clothes such as dresses and things would be covering it up. So there, we've washed the undergarments. Nice hot water, it has borax in it, and we're gonna take these whites and we're just gonna go back and forth with the agitator. Ooh, there's a lot of dirt in there. I think it's okay though. Okay, so now that we've done that, I have to get it out because the clothes are very hot. Once we've done that, then we're going to take all this water out and we're going to put cold water in here. So come join me in just a minute. So now that we have it all nice and nice cold water, I'm actually going to add a little bit of bluing. Bluing to the water, not only does it make it turn like a pretty blue, it also makes your clothes whiter when they dry. So this is a really practical point. Because, you know, the bottom line here is we all want to look our best. And now, with that all done, we're going to take this to the final step. So, we're back again for the final rinse. And see how nice and white this looks? So what we're going to do now is we're going to add some of Bloomer's starch. Want to see starch? Everybody needs starch. And then we put this in the starch, we shake, agitate it, get it all in there. Isn't this a useful tool? I really like it. And now this is all done. And now we're going to hang this back on the line. And once this comes out, it's got a funny little texture to it because of the starching. We're going to get it almost dry, and then we're going to take it into the home, and near the stove we're going to set up the iron, and on Tuesday we'll iron, because today I'm exhausted. So now that I've got the laundry almost dry, this is that same chemise. It is on a cotton piece of fabric with a wool blanket underneath. And as you can see, I have several irons. Everybody needs at least a minimum of 2, because while one is heating, like so, like this is my hot iron, I can grab this one, and then I can come over here and I can start just ironing away till my heart is content. So there we have it. On Monday we do all the washing, but it actually started on Saturday. And on Saturday we started soaking the heavy clothes. And then on Monday we do the laundry, and then on Tuesday we iron, and then the rest of the week we do mending and working on stains. I sure hope that you have a good day and it doesn't take you a whole week to do your laundry.